There's a problem I have. It's to do with horror films, and honestly, I will never understand why the slasher genre ever got as big as it did, no matter how much I love the genre. On paper, it's simple masked killer, teenagers, inventive kills, and rising body counts. Yet somehow it became a cultural juggernaut. And sure, it gave us some of the greatest villains in horror history. Michael Myers, the silent stalker whose presence alone is a nightmare. Norman Bates, a masterclass in psychological horror. Freddy Krueger, the burned, glove-wielding nightmare who made sleep itself deadly. And of course, Jason Voorhees, the unplanned monster of Crystal Lake whose mythos grew by accident. Jason is perhaps the most fascinating of these icons, precisely because he wasn't planned. The original Friday the 13th presented him as a drowned boy, a tragic backstory that motivated his mother. Yet, through fan reaction and studio insistence, he evolved into the unstoppable killing machine we know today. Over decades, Jason transitioned from mere revenge-driven corpse to near-immortal supernatural force. And along the way, his story became increasingly convoluted. His power fluctuated, his motives changed, and the methods used to stop him became more outlandish with each film. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Damon, and today we're taking a look at Jason Voorhees' stalled cinematic saga and, well, the golden opportunities the franchise missed. Jason has been locked in limbo for years, largely because the rights to the franchise are a legal mess. Various studios, producers and lawsuits have left fans with little more than speculation and reboots. And honestly, some of the creative decisions along the way didn't help. Take Jason Goes to Hell. It had potential, teasing a supernatural element with Jason's essence being able to possess others, and yet, instead of fully exploring that, the story was muddled. Later, Jason X took him into space, a move that, while entertainingly absurd, felt more like a gimmick than a natural evolution of his mythology. And I remember it being listed on IMDb at least 10 years prior, at the same time as Freddy versus Jason. I was still in school. But here's where the real opportunity was squandered. With Jason Goes to Hell, we learned that Jason had been dragged to hell itself. Imagine, just for a moment, a story rooted in that Jason navigating an infernal landscape, killing through hordes of the already dead, possessed by a Necronomicon demon. This is where Freddy's universe intersects. Thanks to Freddy's Dead, we know that Freddy had dealings with dream demons, entities capable of twisting reality and invading mortal minds. There's really no reason Jason couldn't be entwined in this same supernatural ecosystem. Jason could have been both a vessel for a powerful demon and a pawn in the same dream or nightmare economy that Freddy operates in. The Necronomicon ties in perfectly. Maybe his mother had used the book. Maybe this gave him the ability to be a conduit. In Jason Goes to Hell, we briefly saw demonic connections that were never fully explored. Imagine, if you will, the demon using Jason's body as a conduit to escape hell, manipulating him through his supernatural rage. Quite the chilling thought, isn't it? This explains some of the inconsistencies in Jason's abilities across films. His sheer persistence is no longer just slasher magic, but the result of being partially possessed and partially empowered by otherworldly forces. Meanwhile, Freddy's dream demons operate in parallel, capable of interacting with the living world and even using mortals as puppets. So, Jason's interactions with these dream entities could have expanded the mythos into something richer. Fascinating stuff, really. Even more, we could have explored what happens when Jason physically escapes hell. Instead of cryogenics or space gimmicks, the demon could abandon his body once the task is complete, leaving Jason to continue his killing spree while the demon seeks other methods of escape. Now that would have been a twist, don't you think? So, this approach would not only reconcile the messy timeline of Jason's appearances, but, it would finally give fans a story that merges his supernatural elements with some actual coherent logic. something that's honestly been missing since the 90s. In this framework, Jason's legend continues. He's no longer just a mask and machete. He's, well, a tragic, possessed figure, manipulated by forces beyond comprehension, and really, he's caught between hell, earth, and the dream realm. The beauty of this is that it also opens up crossovers and, richer storytelling. Freddy versus Jason could have been reframed. Freddy summons Jason not as an equal killer, but actually as a pawn in his own battles against dream demons, with Jason's body still haunted by the Necronomicon demon. So the comics already tease this kind of crossover, linking Evil Dead, the Necronomicon, and dream demon lore. It's wild how these universes can collide, right? Suddenly the narrative isn't just a mashup of two iconic slashers. It's, well, an interconnected horror universe with stakes, history, and supernatural depth. It's a whole new playing field for fans. In short, Jason's cinematic legacy is a mixture of brilliance and squandered potential. He went from tragic drowned child to supernatural icon, but poor creative decisions, legal complications, and inconsistent storytelling left him, honestly, trapped in limbo. If the franchise had fully embraced the Hell and Demon angle, incorporated Freddy's dream demon world, and leaned into the Necronomicon's dark lore, well, things could have gotten really wild. We could have had a horror epic spanning multiple realms, a mythology as compelling as any other in horror history. Instead, we got space gimmicks, cryo gimmicks, and honestly, years of stagnation. The potential is still there, it just needs someone bold enough to pull it off. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, like the video, and leave your opinion in the comments, where, naturally, I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.